Good conversation. Sitting across from me this morning, Charlotte du Plessis, the CEO of the Woman of Stature Awards. Charlotte, good morning. Great having you with us.
Good morning, Brad. Lovely to be here. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, you're so welcome. We've just come off Women's Month, and why not speak about women every month of the year, because there are women doing so many amazing things in families, raising families. They're out there in the business world, and they're making changes in the community. So I think this is really a wonderful time to celebrate ladies, and that's something you take very seriously at the Woman of Stature Awards.
You're absolutely right, Brad. We shouldn't just be celebrating women 1 month of the year. It's every day of the year, 365 days of the year.
Yeah.
And you're right, Brad, there are many women doing incredible work and just making incredible impact in their communities and at large. And I think that's really what we're here to discuss today. I'd like to share a little bit more, a little bit of insight into the Woman of Stature and the awards and the foundation as well. So happy to be here to share that with you and your listeners. Obviously.
Yeah, let's jump right in there, because people are saying Women of Stature Awards, I don't know what that is. So give us a bit of background.
Well, I'm very proud to say that this is an initiation started back in 2013 already. So we are in the 12th year of Women of Stature as a brand, as an organization. And from that year onwards, we have celebrated women in community services and various other sectors of business. So it is all about empowering women, and we do that through various initiatives. We have wonderful programs that we run. We have, in fact, just invested through Nedbank into the lives of 50 entrepreneurs, and we've taken them on a Nedbank-sponsored entrepreneur program. So everything about Women of Stature just speaks women, empowerment, upliftment, development, imparting knowledge, and they in turn become part of our community. And I think, when you have a community spreading the good news, and I think this is why we on Radio Pulpit today as well, is, it's all about the good news. Yes, we've got a lot of things going on in the world, and yes, there's a lot of tragedy, there's a lot of trauma, but I think once we speak about upliftment and, really investing in people's futures, I think that's what's important. And hopefully through the Women of Stature Awards, being more present in Cape Town, in the Western Cape, we will again be igniting a fire in people, not only women. Brad, this isn't a women's organization. This is a people's organization. We do make a point of partnering with people from all over, across all spectrums of business and community. So it's not just about women, because you will be surprised how many men are part of our structure, because it's just about getting, laying an what do we call an even playing field. And that's what it is, and I think there are women that are breaking glass ceilings and, moving into positions where it was mostly male dominated. But I think, given the woman her due and rightful place, and, it's not about gender or race or anything of that nature. If you're good at the job, you deserve it, like anything in life.
What I find fascinating is this isn't just let's nominate somebody, let's give them an award, and we'll have a nice evening out. This is about programs. This is about giving back. This is growing. So this is a very holistic approach to acknowledging what's happening in our communities.
You're absolutely right, Brad. We are not about selling awards or giving an award away. We want the woman to show that she is truly investing in herself. And I think that's the only way you're going to help a woman to grow, excel, and succeed in life. You give her, you don't just give her the fish, you give her the fishing rod and teach her how to fish. And I think that's what's been such an incredible success, I would say, ingredient to the success of the Women of Stature as a purposeful, intentional, driven organization, is that we are obviously looking at how we can improve the life of the woman in all ways, holistically. We have to start with a self, self-belief. What are your limitations? Your self-limitations. Very often we have a belief system, and it could be because it's, from a cultural background, that we believe what we believe because that's all we know. And then we start finding if we can just start teaching her to think differently about life and to see, there's just such a wonderful world out there if you're prepared to explore it with us. And then we start opening up these channels, like just being with you today, Brad, is one of the channels that we want to open for the women in the Western Cape. I mean, if you can speak to a woman like me and run a program purely based on the woman entrepreneur in the Western Cape, which I'm sure you probably do already, but we could bring more women to the table for you. And what we're saying to women is, take your place at the table. There's a seat for you at the table. There's a seat for you in a boardroom somewhere along your career path. And we shouldn't be afraid to step into that.
We love that. So Charlotte, you're bringing the awards to Cape Town. I know you've been in the Western Cape. The decision to bring it through to Cape Town, what did you base that decision on?
Well, it was based on the fact that we have already got a wonderful circle of alumni already from the Western Cape. We've always had the awards. The actual awards ceremony at the moment will remain in Johannesburg. However, we have seen the Western Cape women trickling through. But we know that we can reach so many more women if we actually make it an official Western Cape Regional Awards as well. So we are phasing it in. We've got a phased approach. So what we're doing here tomorrow with the actual media launch is to speak more about it into the Western Cape, so that more people know that there is such an incredible platform for these women. And then obviously introducing some of our past winners, our alumni, and then obviously also introducing the nominees of 2026 that are already coming from the Western Cape. So what we hope to achieve with this, and through the support of the media like yourself, Brad, is that we can eventually actually have the regional Western Cape Awards in the ICC, where we would love to have it, and we fill that hall. With great support from the corporate sector, from the community. And then we have a proper regional awards where we actually then have a regional winner. We have the regional category winners, and then they go through to the national awards, which will, as I say, still remain in Johannesburg, because that's, really where it all originates from. But we have to do it in a phased approach because we don't know what we don't know in the Western Cape. So what we have at the moment is the woman that we've actually had come through for the national awards, and we've always had it as a national award, but now we're really wanting to step in and speak more about it in the regions, and that's what we hope to do with our launch tomorrow.
Let's chat around. You've already said that they're nominees for the awards for this year. So anyone who's listening right now saying, I've got earmarking someone in my life, someone in my circle, that how does somebody get nominated then for the awards that are to come?
Well, it's a very simple process. The nomination process is where you actually go and complete the nomination form. So anybody can be nominated. We don't, draw the line and say you have to be a certain, caliber of woman for that, reason. But what we are saying is, if you fit into the criteria of the nomination, into an industry of one of the categories. So we've got 16 categories for 2026, which we hope to fill.
Yes.
But what we do is we go and we look at industries where there's a lot of women that are breaking these, barriers and glass ceilings, and saying, if it's male dominated, let's put it in as a category. So what we've done this year is we've added automotive.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, was very male dominated.
Agree, yes.
And it's surprising because we've got quite a few women that actually run their own panel. Well, a woman that runs her own panel beating company. Now, that's the last thing you'd think a woman would get involved with. So that is what we do. We actually look at categories where we do feel women have to be shown, spotlighted, because this is considered to be very male-dominated. Engineering and mining. I mean, there is very few women playing in that sector as well. Technology, we're seeing more and more women coming through in technology. But then there's property, property development. The property industry is becoming very, very female-driven as well. So we look at, broadly at what it is in South Africa that we feel that's where we want to showcase and spotlight women. So anybody can be nominated, any woman can be nominated in any one of those categories, as long as I say, she fulfills the criteria. We're very proud to say that the Woman of Stature Awards has got a very credible and ethical process. Okay. And that's going back to earlier on saying we don't give away award. We don't give you more than one award. So it's not like you're arriving and suddenly you got 5 awards. We give you a specific award to say that you've been recognized for the work you do and the impact you're making in that particular industry. So we're very strict. We have a very strict screening process. We make sure that it's all compliant, especially with the community services and an entrepreneur category, because first of all, it means that you have to have a registered business. Okay. The same with the community services. It must be a registered nonprofit. It must be you that has actually founded that nonprofit, or at least you are making a huge contribution into that nonprofit. We look at the financials. We've got to make sure that it is ethically an ethical practice. So there has to be governance, and that's the only way we can make sure that we are credible and maintaining that credibility. And Brad, unfortunately, this happens in all businesses, and we're a business, is you do have people that will unfortunately represent themselves and they're not truly what they say.
So you've got to do your homework and you've got to follow up.
Diligence. We do it very, very carefully and very strictly. And if we feel that it isn't at the right time for that person, we will tell them and then we'll help them so that they know for the next time round.
So now for the ladies listening right now and they're saying, well, I'd love to nominate someone, love to get involved, love to find out more. How can they do that?
Well, it's on the website. It's very clear. Everything is there. All the details about the nomination link to the form is there. And then, of course, tomorrow we're going to be talking about it at the launch. And there is still that possibility if you're in the Western Cape and you want to come and attend the launch with us, which is at Hotel Sky. We do have tickets available still. We'll keep it open until the end of today. Okay. But yes, it is a catered event. So obviously we must make sure that we know that the people are coming.
Correct.
But yes, it's there. If you'd like me to say.
Go ahead, yes.
Yes, so the website is www.wosawards, with an S, global.com. So if I can repeat that, it's www.wosawardsglobal.com.
So there you have it, and go and find out. So maybe you want to attend the media launch. Maybe you want to find out what exactly goes down to get a feel for things. And maybe there's some ladies on your heart. Maybe you're listening right now saying, heck, I want to get in there. And not only do I want to maybe get my own name or the name of my business or the community project that I'm really believing out there, but I also want to see all of the other opportunities that come with this, development and opportunity. Who knows? This could be the start of your story that you never thought would take a twist and a turn like this. Who knows what God has in store for the work that you do, a lady that's listening right now. And sometimes just as we close, talking about Women of Stature Awards, it sounds very fancy and maybe a title that people would feel, I want to be more humble, than carry this around. But I think it's something that one can be very proud of and say, we see you, we recognize you, the work that you're doing matters, and therefore we want to honor you with this. It should be something that a woman would carry with pride and not feel like it's ruining their desire to be humble.
It's that's very interesting, Brad, because we find that a lot of women, when they hear that they actually have been nominated, the first thing they say is, "Ooh, but there's so many other people out there that is more deserving than me." Yeah. And well, we love that. We love that because it gives us a reason to go back to her and reaffirm with her that she actually is deserving of this. And we have it all the time. But sometimes it's just not your time, and you don't feel it's the right time for you. But I want to just impress upon women to say, don't ever undervalue your worth.
Yeah, well said.
And I think we often do that, and we think that, we're just not worthy of it. So I say this is the best, I can almost call it schooling for any woman who feels she's not worthy, is to come on board and let us show you how to actually present yourself and your brand, and give you the opportunity to grow and develop in areas that you might still be feeling a bit inferior. I mean, and Brad, I'll tell you in all honesty, I suffered from inferiority complex when I was a young girl, and it really stopped me from growing and developing, until one day somebody gave me that affirmation, that recognition.
Yes.
And that's the recognition you deserve and need, is to say, I'm actually pretty okay, and I should actually be amongst those women. I want to say to you that the women that stand on that stage on the night and receive this award, they walk away with the most incredible value. It's not only about the prestige of the actual award, but what it has done for them as a person. We can see it. I mean, our team, when we see these ladies arrive on the night and they're all dressed up and they're feeling great and they just feel special. And I think that's more than anything else. We want you to feel special. But the most important thing is, this is a journey with us that hasn't got a final destination. We want to be with you. We want to be part of you. We want to help you continue growing and developing. So it is an all-rounded, holistic experience with, as I say, there's no ending. It's just the beginning when you stand on that stage that night.
Very exciting. And you can find out more. You can simply put in the website that you heard Charlotte share, or you can even Google, which is what I did yesterday, the Woman of Stature Awards. It's Charlotte du Plessis, the CEO, and there's exciting media launch happening tomorrow. So if there's something you'd like to attend, you want to find out more, I think maybe this could be your time for 2026. Who knows? Massive thanks to you, Charlotte, for joining me this morning.
Thank you, Brad. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for the warm welcome to the beautiful Mother City. It's